As we pack the pantries today, both Midwest and Gleaners, what they do is they send boxes filled with food to homes with families in need, and that's what they do, right? So here's what a typical dry box looks like from Gleaners. It has protein, pasta, soup, beans, and other items, but sometimes people can get this box and say, okay, well, how do I make all of these ingredients into a great meal? Well, Fox 59 food blogger Kylie Scales is here with ideas, and I love to know that you're back. It's our first guest back in studio. We're still doing this, so we're away from each other. You're the last guest too before the pandemic, so welcome back.
That's right. On March 17th, I was the last one, and here I am again.
Good to see you, girl. Okay, so let's
Thank you.
talk about some of these ideas, and you're going to start with these potato tacos with cabbage slaw.
Yeah, so you might be thinking like potato tacos, that's kind of odd. Well, the reality is for many people, meat on the dinner table isn't an expectation, it's a treat. And so I was just kind of thinking around, well, what else could I put in tacos? Well, potatoes are one of the things that, I'm not sure if it was in that picture, but when I spoke with John with Midwest Food Bank, one of the things that are given to people, and what's great about potatoes is they have a long shelf life, so you may be likely to have them lying around, not sure what to do with. So I decided to cook them up in tacos, and I paired them with a spicy cabbage slaw. Like potatoes, cabbage also has a long shelf life, so you can keep that around much longer than spinach and other greens. And so all I did was I shredded the cabbage and I mixed it with a little mayonnaise and sriracha. Let that set in the refrigerator while I prepare the tacos. I just diced the potatoes and I roasted them at 425 for about 15 minutes. Now, for a lot of people, maybe ovens aren't an option. You can also just kind of fry them up in a skillet. That works too. And yeah, just pair them with a tortilla. Sarah Wilson with Gleaners, she told me that beans were another thing that clients may be not sure what to do with. So you can also either just, you know, heat up a can of black beans with a little bit of garlic powder and salt and pepper on the stove and mix them with the potatoes or serve them separately. So that's a great meal in itself. And also with the cabbage, when you're eating it raw, you're going to get the most nutrients from it that way as opposed to cooking.
I'll tell you what, when we walk by here in the studio, the spices and the way that it looks and smells so very good. So let's talk about another item, but you're looking to add some more protein into something, and you had cheeseburger macaroni and veggie burgers?
Yeah, so when I spoke with John, he told me that they have pallets and pallets of veggie burgers and veggie protein, and that people aren't really sure what to do with. And I get it. If you're used to having a hamburger, and you're not going to want to probably switch to a veggie burger, but there's a lot more to do with veggie burgers than just sandwiches. So like what I did here, they're great to just crumble up and put in other dishes. And if you're not sure about the taste, then this kind of masks the taste. So what I did was I first sauteed a little bit of onion. Onion was one of the things that is in the dry food baskets. I sauteed a little bit of onion with the veggie burgers, and when they were in the skillet, I just took a wooden spatula and kind of broke them up, so then they became crumbles. And you can, if you want to do it with or without meat, you can, or with a different type of meat, you can do that too. And then all I did was I added a little bit of spice. Garlic powder is one of my biggest tricks, because a lot of recipes call for minced garlic. Who has garlic cloves lying around? Who has the time to prepare that? Just throw a little bit of minced garlic in there. I did it with paprika and a little cayenne and Dijon mustard as well. Let that saute. And then I put in 2 cups of milk. Fortunately, they do have milk available at the food pantries, with 2 cups of the dried elbow macaroni, and then 2 cans of 8-ounce diced tomatoes and 1 can of tomato sauce, which are 2 things that Sarah Wilson said that clients are not sure what to do with, not sure how to add into recipes, so that's a great way to use them. I just let it simmer for about 10-12 minutes until the macaroni was cooked, and then I mixed in some cheese, and that was it.
Good deal. Kylie, thank you so much. If you would like those recipes, you'll find them at fox59.com/Kylie's Kitchen. And again, welcome back.